125 pounds, Eddie Ventresca looking to defend his title. This guy has been late magic. The ability to win the tight bout in sudden victory earlier today over Tarantino, while for Nico Provo, he was able to take down the defending national champion for the second time this year, punching his ticket into this collision course at 125. Eddie Ventresca, 17-2. He's the current champ, taking on Nico Provo, the number 2 seed, the redshirt junior who traveled all the way across the country for the opportunity to wrestle for Stanford.
When they wrestled, it was a tight match. Eddie Ventresca got the takedown, some points on the back. Both guys are pretty quick. Nico Provo will look for a double. And while Eddie Ventresca will do a knee pull, either side knee pull or sweep single. And what Eddie Ventresca does well, once he gets in the leg, he gets behind as quickly as possible.
Nico Provo, like Cardenas earlier tonight, red-shirted last year, so this is his first ACC tournament. Coming out of Stratford, Connecticut, Greens Farm Academy.
The way you really get at Ventresca, you gotta get to him early. Because if you don't get to Ventresca early, he is so good. They're locking their fingers. He's so good at controlling the pace of a chess match, of a wrestling match.
I mean, this is no secret, Ventresca's formula for success, yet, as you mentioned, the pacing that he controls. Wrestlers will try to impose their tempo, maybe try to impose their will, get the tempo to where they're comfortable, and that's when Ventresca gets his offense. So, I mean, it's a chess match when you wrestle Eddie Ventresca, and he has just checkmated pretty much every opponent throughout the course of the year.
He hasn't lost since November. Ankle pick. That's exactly what Provo needs to do. Open up Eddie Ventresca, make him respect that you can get to his legs.
This is not the final go-around either for Eddie Ventresca. He still has one more year remaining. Wow. Opportunity to come back and be a part and run it through again next year in what is anticipated to be a fully loaded lineup for Tony Roby. In fact, both of these teams expected to be juggernauts in 2027.
Remember that Stanford, they're missing All-American Hunter Garvin, Grigor, can't pronounce his last name, but then Lorenzo Norman. Got some guys that are just waiting to get back in. Where they're going to get into the lineup, I don't know. But Virginia Tech and Stanford next year, they're going to be really tough. Sean, how do you say Grigor's last name?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Yeah. I got to practice that one.
You got 15, guys. 15.
You're in the world. You go to all these other countries. You can pronounce these 18-lettered words.
Fingers, guys. Fingers.
I'm a little rusty right now. You got to get the tongue flowing a little bit. It's not in that international mode yet. It's folk style season.
That's right.
Easy.
First period comes to an end. We are scoreless.
Second period.
Hey, look at Nico Provo. He followed Rob Cole to Stanford, actually. He originally committed to Cornell the fall of his junior year. He was fully admitted to Cornell, but once Cole took the job at Stanford, he decided to follow, and opportunity presented itself even when Cole left to come to Chapel Hill. He had conversations with his teammates and made the decision, the prestige of Stanford, that he was going to stay. Plus, he had a relationship with Coach Ayers. Coach Ayers had recruited him while he was at Princeton, one of the schools, and he called Coach Ayers right away and said, hey, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I want to grow with you, and he has. I'm going to be your 125-pounder for life.
And there was a time where Nico Provo was trying to figure out if 133 was best for him.
There's the escape for Ventresca, so he goes up 1-0. Nico Provo took advantage of the gap year coming out of high school. He was actually working some car sales. He was a sales assistant while also training at the regional training center. Used the gap year before his freshman campaign in 23, in which he qualified for nationals, two-time NCAA qualifier before the red shirt a season ago.
Both guys are respecting the speed of each other. Eddie Ventresca, when he gets to his shot, sometimes it's a quick hesitation and then a dart into the leg.
Stay active here, man.
This is going into the type of match that Eddie Ventresca likes.
To do it time and time again talks about the type of nerves that Eddie Ventresca has. I mean, this is tense wrestling where you're putting it on the line in a sport where the margin of error is so tiny. And yet, time and time again, the confidence that he has in his conditioning, his preparation, his training, his execution, that when the stakes are high and the pressure's so high,
He's right. See it?
and openings like this present itself. Look at Ventresca rolling his way through into the go behind, but Provo somehow tight steps and avoids giving up the 3.
That replay needs to be slow motion because there were lots of things happening there.
Stanford, your choice.
So look at Scramble. He's here, and watch him roll over that way. You see it? He's going to roll forward right there.
Here we go, guys.
And from there,
Period.
Nico stays up.
Red is good. Green, coming away corner.
One more look. He gets in.
Provo starting underneath, begin this third period. Ventresca up 1. Provo right back up to his feet. This time he is away.
Neutral.
Now both guys have seen the speed of each other. Provo had an ankle pick. And then a last flurry at the end for Eddie Ventresca. When you get on these guys, you better finish quickly.
Back down on one knee, tied at 1. Riding time not a factor.
Lowering his level. Both guys just feeling like pins and needles, like something's going to happen really quick. And that's the way it's going to have to be for these guys. They're so fast.
Ventresca, a runner-up in 23, did not compete in 24, utilized a red shirt with the emergence of Cooper Flynn. Eddie was dealing with some injuries that particular year, got back into the fray last year, won the ACC title, and like we have seen from him throughout the season, low scoring, tight battle, coming down to crunch time, tied at 1.
This is Provo's got to stay disciplined here.
15, guys, 15.
Keeping the elbows in. And Sean Kenny, I got a surprise for you. It's a 1-1 match overtime with Eddie Ventresca.
You've had better surprises for me throughout the years. Tied at 1. Here we go. Sudden victory. He has won already once today in the extra session. He has done it 4 times, in fact, this year. 4-1. The only blemish was Yuri Volk early in the year. A win, by the way, from Ventresca will seal it for Virginia Tech. So team implications on the line as well. Will he be the closer tonight for Roby's Hokies?
Eddie's been closer on his shots than Provo. Provo's shooting, but he's not getting really past the defense of Ventresca at this point. No stall calls against anyone. Fighting here, nothing. That's the shot. Provo's got to reshoot off of that. Look for a shot to Nico Provo's right leg. Eddie's been shooting to his left leg. Let's see if he goes sweep single to the right leg.
Both dropping down simultaneously. 35 seconds.
Got 30, guys. 30 seconds.
Provo engaging. Ventresca trying to attack the far leg. Sudden victory. First one to score wins. Will we be marching down the path of a couple of 30-second tiebreakers?
Watch the jab set there by Eddie Ventresca. He's got to fight here. He's almost there. Good kick away by Provo. That little jab set there by Ventresca got him in.
Got 2:30, guys. Wrestle the whole
Let's see
30.
which color the disc comes up. It is red as you take another look at this last second shot by Ventresca.
Red chooses bottom right.
Watch him just kick away. Let's see if Eddie uses right hand to cuff in front of the elbow to try and seal it. Let's see it.
Okay, Red, stay right there. Go ahead, Green.
Right to a tripod. He's got to stay up.
Ventresca tries to bring him down, and the momentum carries both wrestlers out of bounds. 9 seconds into the tiebreaker. Riding time becomes pivotal now. Hayden Hidley, one of the coaches in the Stanford corner right now, alongside Sean Gray.
Provo has got to seal his right elbow in because Eddie Ventresca is going behind elbow, going right to a claw. He's trying to get right underneath.
Start so critical. Provo up. Hand fight continues. Ventresca in a good position for a mat return. Promptly does so. And now Ventresca sitting real pretty on the edge, but he brought his foot out of bounds. So one more restart, one more opportunity for Nico Provo.
Mat return here. What you're seeing that's happening with Ventresca, he's going underneath, and as soon as Provo stands up, he locks his hands. So he's letting Nico stand up and immediately going to lock hands, and then he starts to bring him out of bounds. So watch, Nico goes up, he goes to lock his hands to bring him around the waist. There it is, right around the waist. He's locking his hands. Smart wrestling.
And a 30-second ride out for the masters of overtime, Eddie Ventresca. Ventresca without hesitation, pointing down. Nico Provo getting his thoughts together. Hayden Hidley in the corner. He won 4 ACC championships in his days with the Wolfpack. Now passing his knowledge on to Nico Provo. Stand up, and Ventresca is away. That was quick. So now it is Provo, the pressure on. He has to bring the offense.
This is the match that Eddie Ventresca has been known to wrestle and very comfortable in wrestling. And Provo is going at him.
He will back up. He knew he had a stall call to give, so there it is. He uses it. Provo hunting, searching, and Eddie Ventresca, he is the overtime master. A win by the senior from Roxbury, clinches it for Virginia Tech. Second straight title for Ventresca, second straight team title for the Hokies. Congratulations to Tony Roby and the staff. Virginia Tech, your 2026 ACC champs.
They did it with a fantastic semifinal round, and then he moves on up. Eddie Ventresca, the senior, Virginia Tech Hokies, they are your champions.